Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome back to another Black Library review. This time Castle of Blood by C.L. Werner. Okay, this is a good start. This is supposed to be a horror novel. It isn't. Maybe I'm just too desensitized against horror and anything scary. However, this wasn't really horror. There was no real suspense for me. Everything was kinda not even foreshadowed. I knew what happens. And this is kinda weird because we know that C.L. Werner has some great novels. He knows how to write. And this one feels odd for him. However, my belief is that this whole thing is just supposed to be a novel which reads like the movie Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or any other 80s kind of horror movie. So, okay, why did I pick this book? Is the question I hear you ask right now. Good question. I did this not only because it's Warhammer Horror and I like the Warhammer Horror series. However, it had Murghast in the description box. And Murghast, for some of you might know, is something I'm very interested in the Age of Sigmar storyline right now, because we have already the great novel Gothgul Hollow and the second book in the quadruple series Briardark, and all of them had something to do with, well, Murghast. However, this one, maybe I misheard something or I wasn't paying attention. This Murghast castle is in Chamon, as far as I understood. And the Murghast all the Murghast stuff in, well, Gothgul Hollow and in Briardark are in one shared universe, and it's in Shyish. And I say one shared universe because there are recurring characters, they're talking about each other, events are interlapping, and so on. And in this one, this castle was built by Murghast, and I have a theory about all of this, which kinda crystallizes right now with this book. But yeah, so Murghast did build this castle. But what is this castle? Well, during the Age of Myth and... no, not really the Age of Myth. During the Age of Chaos, this was a sacrificial site for, well, Chaos worshippers. And after the Realmgate Wars and the Sigmarines just plowed through everything, they consecrated the grounds, the castle was sanctified and stuff and so on. You know, the usual shenanigans to, well, safeguard the citizens against chaos. But, of course, it did not work here. Why did it not work? It's simple. Well, we have the Baron who resides in the castle. He has a really funny name in German. It's Köterberg, which translates to Dog Mountain. So I really couldn't take him seriously. But I did not have to, because he dies at the beginning of the story. And as I've said, nothing here is really, nothing is foreshadowed, nothing is quite the mystery or something. Everything is, as I've said, an 80s horror movie, basically. There is no mystery, there is nothing. It's just fun horror. Which is not bad. If you're a fan of such movies, then this is a book for you. And yeah, so this Baron, his son died 20 years ago. At this point, at the beginning, we don't know why. He's just around with a merchant and has some dealings with a corn warrior. He buys a sacrificial knife off of him to, well, summon a corn demon. Pretty simple. at first. But yeah, so he invites 7 families to his home, and all of them are, what a great honor, we're so special. We have the Robin Hood-like family, we have a blacksmith with 1 arm, and a daughter who wants to fight with swords and stuff. We have the Duardin who made a kinda shotgun for the family and built some traps in the castle. We have an elven tutor, and we have other people who had some dealings with the sun. Okay, all of them don't know why they're really there. This is almost all of them think, okay, the guy is old, he's near dying, maybe he wants to talk with us about inheritance or stuff like this. But no, the whole thing is just a charade to, well, curse the whole families. Every single one. And the curse is also pretty simple. Everything is explained in the first chapter, so this is no real spoiler. This is still building for the story. He cursed every child of every family so that the corn demon will possess them, it will change their flesh, and then kill, well, the parents. Because every single family had something to do with the death of the Baron's son. And the Baron's son, well, committed suicide. And everything the families did just piled onto the things why the son did the deed. Well, of course, that is the reason why the Baron wants revenge, even after 20 years. And over the course of the book, we get to know what did this family do to the son, what did this family do to the son, why is this happening. And it doesn't stop there. We first get to know the characters, their motivations, of course, and all the plans of the Baron, in which he sends out one of his staff to, I forgot, was it a high priest or something like that, to tell the priest, oh, this castle is cursed, go build a perimeter around it so no one can escape, so no family can escape, they have to be inside there with the demon child. Then a witch hunter comes by, and he also has some dealings with one of the families, and so on. This is all just pure fun. Also, this is not a long book, sadly. A little bit longer would have been great for this one. The ending feels very rushed. Half a chapter in the regular size of these chapters would have been sufficient to just make the story complete. But everything else is just fantastic. It's fun. Is it really good? Well, that I'm already at the end of my review does not bode well. If you want to take this book seriously, no. It's quite average. I would give this a 6. If you are a horror slasher fan, this is better. This might be a 7 or an 8 out of 10 corn demons wreaking havoc through the families. And don't worry, this is no murder mystery dinner party or something like this. All of this is pure fun. An interesting part in all of this is one thing of the foreshadowing stuff is when the witch hunter explains everyone how demonic possession works, that it starts simple, that it starts with a thought, which it would not be really a thought that comes to mind for the person. So something like with the corn demon, oh yeah. Something like, oh, I'm really angry right now, even though nothing happens. Or, oh yes, he's celebrating like a corn warrior. And, why am I thinking like this? And stuff like that. And this slow but somehow fast decay into madness, into the demonic possession. So this is pretty interesting. Sadly, however, as of right now, I would say this has nothing to do with Murgast in itself. Probably, I was trying to really pay attention to details when it came to Murghast, to details for the castle, if it has any connections to the quadrology of the now Murghast storyline with, as I've said, Briardark and Gothgul Hollow. But yeah, we will see. And as I've said, this is not a long book. The audiobook version is just about 7 hours long, so that was really fast. So yeah, just enjoyable. Take the point value I have given it for what you are looking for in a book and what you are a fan of. As I've said, might be a 6, might be an 8, choose for yourself. I know this feels like a cop-out. It should not be, because there is no Warhammer comedy or Warhammer slasher category. Otherwise, this would make more sense. If I make sense right now. But yeah, what are your thoughts about all of this? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is fun. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what to say, just write corn in the comments. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!